Next is from Sean Dizzy Blade TV. Subject is mailbag and Jade Cargill. What's up, guys? So questions. Jade Cargill trolling people with this green look. Now that she's been a top prospect and won the title, she beat Sharif, which she shouldn't have. The baddie should have interfered. Now she's 30-0. In my opinion, if she introduced the baddies last week, this 30-0 victory should have included the baddies to build them all. Bad character development decision by the TBS champion. What do you think? I don't know. We already talked about Jade Cargill. This is kind of a weird question.
I will say one thing. I'm a big proponent of if you're a heel, especially a heel, and you're bringing out backup, use them.
Yeah. Next is from Yonda Yvonne, and the subject is control your narrative critics. As a recent subscriber to your YouTube channel, I've noticed that if I say anything less than religious cult praise about AEW, I get a bunch of insults, threats, and people telling that I have not, whatever that means. Yet at the same time, the recently started Control Your Narrative promotion started, and it's perfectly fine to completely bury them apparently. So why is it okay to dump all over Control Your Narrative but not AEW? I mean, Control Your Narrative is a company that really needs support, while AEW's in 3 years in and the worst position ever, including the pandemic era. That's not true, by the way. And I would love to hear you guys have Adam Shear on. That guy doesn't hold back at all. He's perfect for your show.
I've actually reached out to him in the last couple of days, so we'll see.
What do you say?
I haven't heard back yet. I hit up him and his manager.
I hit him. You know, I met him at the Sapphire when he was in town for the gun show. He's a pretty cool guy. He's typical, because I grew up in the South. He's like your perfect country North Carolina guy, something like guns, and probably the type of guy that likes college football and stuff. And so it's like, he'd be cool. So I like him. What do you think, Konnan?
What's the question?
Well, first of all, the question. The AEW fans are very they attack you. If you don't,
who gives a f***?
I know.
We're not going to bow down to their.
Exactly. It's like, but I have thick skin, so I can deal with the criticism of and all I do is let me be very honest with you. When wrestling is not that good and the wrestling ratings are not that good, there's a reason for it, and it's kind of a chore for me and Konnan to watch the shows because the ratings usually determine how good the shows are. When we're watching shows that are doing well and they're doing good in the ratings, we're kind of like more excited about watching them than we are when they're not. And when I'm talking lately, sometimes when the shows are not good, and I'd point that out, I would not be watching this. The ratings aren't doing it. It's like people attack me. It's like, all right, but I don't care because I'm doing this because our fans want to hear what we think of these shows.
Let me tell you this: if people knew how much we really don't give a f***, they probably wouldn't even bother, but they don't. Right. So they think it triggers us or rouses up or gets us mad. It's like you can write all day, all night, and twice on Sunday. Dude, we don't give a f***.
It's like I work another job.
Thanks for the promotion.
And Konnan books AAA. Konnan's focus and interest in wrestling is mainly concerned with how AAA is doing and what he can do to improve AAA. Is like, I'll watch these other shows and tell you what I think of them, but don't get mad at me if I don't like what I'm watching. It's like it's that simple. So
I think real quick, I think the reason the Control Your Narrative gets buried in heat and all that is because the main players there are known to be right wing or anti-vax or whatever. And plus,
people got to get over that. It's like I still get people on K100. Oh, Bill Body said this, and Bill, it's like, bro, I don't give a what he says. He can say whatever he wants to say. I'm not going to monitor his whatever his thoughts.
Right.
So if he goes and shoots somebody tomorrow, that I'm somehow liable for that, or if he says something, what does that have to do with me? If Joe says something or does something, that's on him.
All three of us have, and even Billy, like all four of us, so like everybody, we all have critics on social media.
Right.
All of us. So it's like we have critics and we have fans, and like these people tweet like, well, listen to what the critics of Billy Body are saying. All right, I don't give a what are the people that like him saying? It's like, who cares? We all have critics. It's like trying to point it like, well, this guy said that. Yeah. All right, you're a critic. Fine, I don't give a it's like come on.